Jacob and I are kicking butt here, putting his new springs on in his truck. What he has got going here is these are longer than stock springs and they're supposed to make your ride smoother. And he has put new spring mounts in the frame. See, these are the old rivets that were cut off, ground out. And so the new bracket is, what is about like 8 inches forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 inches forward, and I suppose what it is also supposed to help with load capacity. Is that what you said? By moving it forward, less frame stress.
The most thing that's going to change is the ride quality.
Ride quality because of the longer spring. So we have the jack is holding the pumpkin front end up, and Jacob has 5-inch lift blocks, and these are sloped lift blocks. So right now we are just getting the springs in here. The U-bolts holding the axle to the springs, and so we are in the middle of tightening and compressing everything down. There's Jacob's train horn. He's very proud of that. It helps keep traffic moving, he says. Isn't that right?
What?
Your train horn helps keep traffic moving?
Yeah. And stops it too.
Yeah, and it works with, it turns on when you hit your roll call button, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jacob knows what he's doing. This is the right side here. So there is the new spring mount for the front loop of the spring. And he's just using the factory rear shackle mounts. The rear mounts, I got a kit from, I forget the name of the spring company, but the factory ones are heavier duty than the new ones that I was given, so I just elected to keep the old ones. Okay, so we are gonna continue putting things together here, and yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We have to jack the truck up quite a ways here.
We'll just jack it up on the axle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It should. The putting the axle back on has been the easiest part of the whole job.
Well, I'm anxious to see how. I'm looking at the distance from the rod for the sway bar,
Right.
and
Well,
it's looking like it's got to come up a good foot
It does, but this swings up
there. Yeah,
a bit,
yeah.
which ideally it should be like level like that.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. That's why
Yeah.
I want to get it all jacked up. I might have to move, make some.
Yeah, you might have to get longer.
Yeah, these are so cheap to get now.
Oh yeah, well then you can get some nice ones with hinge joints in them. So all right, so we are cruising. Jacob is very proud of his big red truck. It's a pretty sweet ride. I tell you, the truck is a lot better looking than Jacob is.
Yeah. You're gonna be ugly. You're gonna have a good looking truck.
Yeah, it's called compensation. So there you go. Jacob has put a fair amount of work into tricking out and detailing this truck. It's a pretty nice truck. Okay, so, well, what are you standing around here for? Get your ass to work.
I'm waiting for you.
Jeez.
I'm just a millennial.
Jeez.
Boomer does all the work.
Yeah, well, the boomer offers direction to the millennials.
Yeah.
I like to call them moronials. Okay, we're going to get back to it. So, we'll show you the finished product here in a bit. These are the big ass meats that Jacob's got. Hey, tell me about the your shock absorber system up here.
It's just, I mean, they're just dual shocks up front with the nitrogen over the gas charge like you'll have.
Okay, now are those fluid reservoirs or nitrogen?
Yeah, they're reservoirs.
Yeah, and these offer a lot more travel.
They do, but the reservoir, what you're asking what the reservoir does?
Yeah.
The reservoir is just from if this heats up from constant movement.
So more fluid.
Yeah. So if you're going, say you're going, they're meant for off-road. When you're going off-road, and you got extra fluid in there.
Yeah. Okay. And then what do you got going under here? You've got your aluminum front pumpkin lid.
Which will get changed to the black one.
Didn't you have a shock absorber?
Yeah, I did. I took it off because I got a new diff cover in there that has the mount for I'm going to do hydro assist that goes from the axle to the tie rod.
Okay.
And then that will, and then I got a new steering box because the steering box on these 9904 Super Duties are pretty weak.
Hey, now weren't you going to do a coil spring conversion up front?
Yeah.
Do you have your parts for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. That's why the front axle's coming off next.
Oh. So you're just a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the front. I'm not really too stressed about the front because the front there's no drilling. There's more parts involved.
Yeah.
Which I'm more comfortable doing that, and it's just direct bolt in.
Okay.
The other I had to drill, and I had to drill in the right spot and make sure everything was measuring.
And you had
correctly.
to cut it out with the grinder.
Yeah, and that was not that good.
Yeah. And I see that Jacob has Dodge attachments on the front and the rear so that he can pull his buddies out of the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, this is too pretty to go in the mud. Anyway. All right, let's get this baby wrapped up. And then after that, we'll go and get ourselves a little bit of pizza.